Okay, earlier in the previous segment, I was talking about the different Windows tool you can use to diagnose network issues. And I said most of those tools you can run them at the DOS prompt. And I said in order to access the DOS prompt, you click on the start button, regardless you have Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10. When you click on the start button, you see the search program and file dialog box. I want you to type on it CMD. It's right there in the bottom left of the screen, CMD. When you type it and you hit enter on the keyboard, that will bring you to this black field. So the program or the tools that I'm talking about, one is Trace RT. We're going to start with Trace RT. TRACERT. If you were to do that in a Linux system, you will put trace root. TRACEROUTE. So what that utility does is to allow you to follow a data packet from the source to the destination. That means suppose I want to send data to Washington, D.C. I want to know not only how long it takes for my data to get to Washington, D.C. and come back. Now, at this point, there are times from here to Rhode Island, the network can be fast. And from Rhode Island to New Jersey, it's slow. And from New Jersey to Washington Street is fast. What can cause that? When you send data to one place to another place, the data doesn't go straight to that place. Like, don't think if you are going to send data to Florida, the data is going to be straight from here to Florida. That data will go to pass through many gateways, and every time the data change from one gateway to another gateway, they call that a hop. So a data can go up to 19 to 20 hop before the data get to destination.
What is that word?
Hop, H-O-P. So the data will go from place to place, and every time the data have to change from one network to another network, they call that a hop. And the data, now, I can trace to see from which hop to another hop that data is slow or fast. The fact that when I run that utility Trace IT, it will tell me how many nanoseconds it takes from here to Rhode Island, how many nanoseconds it takes from Rhode Island to New Jersey, how many nanoseconds that same packet take from New Jersey to Washington, D.C. But Trace IT can tell me exactly how long the data will take from one hop to another hop. So this is what we're going to do here. I'm going to type trace RT and I put a space. Let me trace Marapentech. www.marapentech.org. So I said, you're going to trace for me the distance from how long it will take to from here to marapentech.org. And I said enter. I just figure out something. And I'm going to stop here to make sure there is connectivity from my laptop to the network. Because the fact that now he said unable to resolve target, that means there is no connectivity. If you look at here, it will say unable to resolve target. So now I'm going to establish connectivity between my laptop. That means I'm going to connect my laptop to the internet, and I'm going to do this again. So I want to pause now. As you see, the fact that my laptop wasn't connected to the network, Trace IT gave me a message to tell me he could not resolve my request. Now, I just connect the laptop to the network. I'm going to do the same thing. This time, let me trace from here to the White House. I said trace RT, so I tell my computer, you're going to trace a packet from here to the White House. Now, the guy from the White House, they're going to be crazy asking for what reason a little guy from Mattapan is trying to trace the White House. I'm doing that only for the purpose of training my student. So if they're mad for no reason. Now, if you look at the screen, I don't know if you can look at it, as I expect you to do it in your own computer. You see from each hop is tracing over a maximum of 30 hops. We don't do that much, but we could have gone over a maximum of 30 hops. So it tells you every time we go to another hops, the first place we get out from our gateway here, we end up to Needham, Mass. And from Needham, Mass, actually, we didn't even go to Rhode Island, New Jersey. We go straight to New York. And from New York, I don't know what is the name of that town, but it was something they called 118 that New York that I born. So that means it's something that have to do with New York. And after that, you go to a fiber network. You can see the difference, because from New York it was like 30 milliseconds, and through the fiber network is 18 milliseconds. And then finally, you go to the Akamai technology and complete the trace. After about, altogether, you can add those to see how long it will take to complete from here to Washington, D.C. Now, we have many information from this practice. Not only we know where our data go from here to Washington, D.C., but this utility also tells us how long it takes from one hub to the other hub. So you can see and even give you the IP address of every place your data pass before you get to Washington, D.C. Now, this is good information, because as an IT specialist, there is decision you can make. Depending on the data, if you are dealing with critical data, like you are working for the Department of Defense, or you are working for a bank, you don't want your data to go to all of the hubs, because what happened, every time your data pass to those large gateway, they make a copy of it before they send it to the gateway. That is very important. So it is good, because if for a reason that hub in Needham had a problem. Automatically, because I'm using a dynamic routing, automatically the network will find another way. It's like if I'm going to Randolph and I said I'm going to pass to Milton, or I'm going to pass to Hyde Park, or I'm going to Lower Mill, take the hill. There are many ways I can go to Randolph. Some are longer than other one. But the fact that I don't have to go through only one way to go to Randolph, if there is a blockage or something stop the street, I can go around. In that case, I'm using dynamic routing. So if there is any problem, my network will find another way, if most of the time the fastest way to go to the same destination. However, there are cases, for security reason, I might decide I don't want my data to go all over the place to get to destination. At this point, I will have to use what they call a static routing. My data will go straight from here to there because I want my network to have a one-way trip and no stop to any other place. I can do that. A lot of time, for security reason, you have to make those decisions. But remember, if you use static routing where your data packet will have to use only one way, really safe. However, if there is one problem in that way you choose, the network will shut down and there will be no communication until you fix that one router that have a problem. This is the reason dynamic routing is the best use. So this is the use of Trace IT. Trace IT allow you to follow your data and you can figure out which place is slower than other place, because it will tell you exactly this is where your data is going through. From there to there is fast, from there to there is slow, and it will tell you how many milliseconds or nanoseconds is depending on how fast is the data transfer in those lines. This is a very important tools you're going to use all the time, Trace IT. And as you see at the beginning, it also tell me there is no connection, I cannot solve your request. My request was trace the road my data will take from here to the White House. He come back first, he tell me, there is a problem, I cannot do it. And I figure out I did not connect my laptop to the network. I go connect the network and it does it. So you can practice that. First, you have to go to CMD to go to the DOS pump, and you have to put Trace RT with a space, then you type the address you want to trace. So we're going to move to another utility. Let's stop here with that segment.